Okay. You guys are good.
I'll do the vice if y'all want, or the chair.
Today's Thursday, February 26th at 5:30 PM. It's the Personnel Committee. And the first order of business is to elect our chairman and secretary and our second chair. As everybody looks down. We'll do the chair first.
Chuck.
I nominate Chuck. Or Justice.
Like,
One.
I second that.
Okay, I will do that. The second chair. I'll nominate Travis. Second. And secretary. Nominate Leslie.
second.
Okay.
Any discussion of anything? No. Okay. So I guess the only point of business tonight is from the Sheriff's Department to rewrite adjust the policy from the Personnel Committee from last year.
Correct.
Ina, do you have a copy of the new?
Oh, you got yours.
I got one. I don't know.
Downtown.
There's actually two changes.
Peter.
One of them states that if your department works 10 hours, you would be paid 10 hours of weather. Or holiday pay, birthday pay, all those kinds of things, be the same department that you work in so that people didn't have. So it was only counting 8 hours, so. And have that be the same. Other thing was making law enforcement and both exempt policy. Law enforcement is, they want that one exempt because they have to be there. And Russo said his department has to be there as well. In fact, he had his employees working.
Exactly which departments does this fall under then?
It falls under everybody except law enforcement and everybody in the courthouse, road department, OEM, transfer station, everybody.
Isn't the road, don't the road department have to be there? I feel like they're like in that respect, they're like the law enforcement, like they're gonna be out there clearing roads, like law enforcement's gonna be out taking care of the law.
Yeah, I don't know. Judge wanted to keep road department in that and everything because he wanted courthouse and all of these departments tied together and everything.
Well, the road does, I mean, coming in, it's coming in like for overtime, you know what I'm saying? It's
Right,
it's
exactly.
extra. I mean,
Exactly.
if the road doesn't get plowed, it's because they can't get to it. They just
Right,
don't
right.
do it, you know, like, so that must be what he's going with. So the inclement weather policy was passed after our 26 budget.
We passed that in
Same
December.
rules
It was
before,
at the same time.
same day.
It was at the same.
So we're sure that the numbers, because what I've calculated, it's actually, we're gonna be paying more. With the new proposed inclement weather policy, we will be paying more money to the employees.
Gonna follow how, like, all of our others, if you look at the whole handbook, this was matched all of our other policies. So yes, it will add an additional 2 hours. But as we had budgeted and thought that we had all of these policies the same, we are accounting for it already. It just got skipped policy, or oversight, I should say. But all of the, policies matched where if you work 10 hours, we match the 10 hours. Except for on this inclement weather one. So we already accounted for it, it's just the wording didn't quite make it in there. Full policy and well.
I didn't read the whole thing. Is there a cap on that? Like 5 days a year or 80? Number of hours, it's just,
We can't, predict what the weather's gonna do, so.
I like somewhere
there's-
like
There's no, we did not put a cap on it at all.
ours in Cotter has 3 days. You get 3 days increment. Regardless. So I didn't know if there was a number or,
We
okay.
did not. The only thing that I can say as far as on that weather and everything is like with FEMA right now, we're getting 75% back of all that and everything.
They cover all the overtime and all all the call outs, all that stuff.
Exactly.
When they
So-
declare a natural disaster, FEMA.
Well, they will when they get funded again.
Any other discussion?
So it was budgeted?
Because we anticipated all of our, like, overtimes and everything to match. All of our other policies, this gets amended, all of them will read the same now. Our budgets are looking fine.
Could we not just simplify this and do, if you, so if you were to, so if you do not have to come in during the inclement weather, why couldn't you just get regular pay for that, for the times that you're there? So if you're 8 hours, you just get regular pay if the county offices are closed.
You do. The only time you get this, like the overtime is if the county is closed, but you still have to come in. So I was on a budget deadline and we had a map. Come in when we have a deadline.
You get your 8 hours plus time and a half.
Yes, because I came in on a closure. That's the only time that would take it effect. So if
So
the
for-
county, the road boys come in and go grade a road, the close of the county, they will get work at plus the 10 hours. For the weather.
Just seems like a lot of money. I think it could be simplified and still, the workers still get a good hourly wage if you were to, if you're required to come in for like the road, since they're required to come in and plow the snow, or clean the roads off because a tornado just came through, whatever, that time and a half would
I
be.
understand what you're saying, but I will say that for the last 20-some years, it's gonna have a lot of
Judge and Russo on board.
that was something that I learned when I started, because out on, had to come in and work during inclement weather and do a payroll. You're supposed to be paying them time and a half, and that's the way it's been for the last 20 years, so.
I just feel if you come in,
I've always been in a position where that if you worked on inclement weather pay, and then you got your regular pay, because that's double time.
so what would be the problem with if the judge closes county offices and you are in the courthouse and you don't show up because you can't get to work? Those people get their 8 hours of pay, even though they're not here. But if the road boys come in and have to go grade roads, cut trees, whatever, why can't they just get time and a half for their 12 hours or however many hours they work? If they work 15 hours that day, they just get time and a half for 15 hours. Seems like it's an awful lot, one, money, and two, hassle and to keep up with.
That's for y'all to decide. I mean,
How much more, have you done the math on how much more money that it's gonna cost us to go with this change?
have it, so I mean, everybody, because probably everybody at that point. And it was about FEMA's gonna.
Like if we get a tornado or something for a week and these boys are working tirelessly, I mean, that's gonna add up quick.
But
But
FEMA
we'll
most
also
likely-
get that paid back. So we're either gonna get it, we're either gonna take care of our employees for doing that kind of thing, pay them for it and get it paid back from FEMA and be out that money for a little bit, or else we cut it down some and everything, we're still gonna get.
At work, it is, I mean, they're just now getting caught up on all of our FEMA disasters from what? But we're getting reimbursed still. For
But
this FEMA disaster.
FEMA only steps in if it's a disaster, right?
Have been, but yeah, it has to be called a national, or.
So if we just get a little bit of snow, it,
Guys don't go out and do all this massive work like they did.
the last snowstorm,
'Cause it was
FEMA.
declared a natural.
Something like this, though, like anything else, can always be amended if we see
Oh,
that
sure.
something
Sure.
isn't working out.
Exactly. I mean, and we.
I mean, look at our.
This is
other
new for me,
personnel
but yes,
policy.
before I could change any policy whenever you wanted to. Here, it takes a while.
But, you know, the hopes were to not amend it 7 times in 1 year. This is a guys policy with a- accommodate our county. So hopefully we don't have to amend it left and right like our old one. But,
Right, because when we did this handbook, you know, handbook and everything, and we only tweaked.
my biggest thing is if our county attorney and are on board with this and the judge oversees the budget, I don't see the issue.
Why did the change need to be made?
Because it doesn't match any of our other policies. All of our other sections of types of leave matches. If you work 10 hours, you get paid the 10 hours, whereas this holiday, birthday. Before it was, they're working 10 hours, but they only got 8 hours of birthday pay, so they would have to use like their comp time or their vacation time to get hours of work. So all of our other policies and work types are 10 hours already, except for this inclement weather. So we want them all to match and all to be standardized. 10 across the board, if you work a 10-hour shift. If you work a 12-hour shift, 12 hours, but our road shop boys are 10 hours. We're exempting law enforcement, so.
But everybody that works sheriff's office, civilian also dispatch, if you're under that umbrella, that, so what is that? 40 employees?
And
Something like
I
that.
will tell you guys too, one of the things that I have. Sheriff's Department, law enforcement is, they like to be their own little entity. Find issues sometimes with different policies and everything because it doesn't line up for what they do. Spoke with Russo and I spoke, well, law enforcement should have their own handbook. They're going to have their own entity and everything. We don't have any loopholes in there.
Or is it the cities that way? We have our own city has, police department has their own personnel policy manual, and then the city has their own personnel
Right, and
handbook, but cities, I mean, the city one is like the federal, it supersedes. It's like, if there's an issue or a conflict, we go with the, or mine's more strict than the. How many employees does that affect, y'all know? I mean, how many
As
got
far as
pulled
law
out of it
enforcement,
with the sheriff's office and Russo's office?
well, Russo's office only has 2. Law enforcement.
Houses will be exempt.
Next issue, there, $20,000 pay period.
Right. Correct, correct.
Cause imagine most of that was law enforcement.
Big portion of it, yes.
Higher rate, so.
Right.
Theirs would have been 12 hours. Well, no, that
Right,
change
well, I
has,
mean,
that
there's
change
the
has.
12 hours plus, you know, they're a lot higher rate than anybody else that was getting any over. That probably accounted for this, probably 60%.
Anybody else have anything for discussion? We'll take a vote to see if we pass this on to the court. All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Me,
Pass it on. That's the only business we have?
The only business that well, I guess I should tell you too.
Well, the judge said like for the committees other than budget, it just as needed, so.
Right.
Motion to adjourn?